Okay, we're reading from Galatians chapter 3, and we left off at verse 14, so I'm going to start at verse 15 here. And Paul says, "Brethren, I speak after the manner of men, though it be but a man's covenant, yet if it be confirmed, no man disannuls," or in other words, takes away, or does he add to it. In other words, man can't take away from this covenant or add anything to it. And a lot of people try to do that today. But verse 16 says, "Now to Abraham and his seed." Now notice the way this is worded. This is talking about the covenant that Yahuwah has made. And it says, "Now to Abraham and to his seed," listen to the rest of this, "were the promises made. He said not into seeds, plural, as of many, but as of one." In other words, to Abraham and to the seed were the promises made. Now who is the seed? It's talking about Mashiach, Messiah. Because it's what he says here. "And to your seed, which is Mashiach," or Messiah. "And this I say, that the covenant that was confirmed before of Yahuwah in Mashiach, the Torah, which was 430 years after." In other words, the Torah, the commandments of the Torah came 430 years after the covenant was made with Abraham and with the seed being Mashiach. It says here that could not disannul, that it make the promise of none effect. What he's actually saying here is that the Torah and the commandments had no effect on the promise that was made with Abraham and with the seed, which is the Messiah. In other words, it had nothing to disannul the promise. In other words, to make it of none effect. And then it says here in verse, that in fact that's what he says, "cannot disannul, that it should make the promise of none effect." In other words, the Torah could not disallow or cause the promise to be not effectual or not effective. Verse 18, "For if the inheritance be of the Torah, it is no more a promise, but Yahuwah gave it to Abraham by how? By promise." See, that's why you cannot be justified just by keeping the Torah, because the Yahuwah declared that man would be justified by faith, and that was 430 years before the Torah, before the commandments. And this is saying here that it would not make, or in other words, change the promise that was made to Abraham and to his seed. What was the promise? That he would receive the Ruach. Because Abraham believed Yahuwah, he would become the father of many nations. And we see that has happened down through the centuries, that many have been given the Ruach, the Spirit, and have received the promise of the Spirit. How? Through faith. Thank you for your time this afternoon. Shalom.